Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello, I'm Hisham Abdul Aziz. Today I'm going to share with all of you how I integrate AI into my course English for Islamic Studies. A little bit on the background of this course. So this course teaches students English language and skills related to their area of studies. So the students are of diploma in Islamic studies and also bachelor's degree in Sharia, Usuluddin and Arabic language. So all the materials are in English language but in Islamic context. But it's not that substantial, consider light. But unfortunately, there are several challenges that they need to face, and one of them is the academic Islamic terminology in English. All this while they were used to Islamic concept. When it comes to translating it into English language, here comes the difficulty. For example, the word sunnah or sunnat. They would translate it to circumcised or circumcision. I have encountered such term before and I was taken aback by it. But in actuality, they tried to refer it to voluntary prayer, for example, circumcised prayer. And it's so funny, it's so hilarious and they have got limited exposure to academic discourse in Islamic scholarship. When they were in school, the text in English that they learn are all about interesting places, food, something to do with their daily life communication. But this time around, it's a bit concentrated because it's having a theme, Islamic theme. And now here comes the savior AI. Now, what AI has got to offer? I'm certain everyone knows that AI provides instant or immediate answer to any question. In this case, it's about clarification of the terms, Islamic term, for example. So there's a specific generator out there, namely Salam World, developed in the UK, and it has become one of the biggest reference for English learners or Islamic learners to search for reference because it supports hadith, numbering of the narration, for example, the rulings, and it also encourages students to become an active and inquisitive learner instead of just taking information randomly and accepting it blindly. Before we go straight to the model or framework, let's go through the core philosophy of the model first. AI as a support tool, not authority, so it's not a panacea. And second, English as a vehicle, it's as a means of dawah and scholarship. And the third one, ethical AI use guided by Islamic values. And the last one, critical thinking over blind acceptance. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the model, the framework, the SMART AI EIS. Now, S stands for scaffolded language support. So, students use AI to clarify vocabulary, for example, to check sentence structure or to explore better phrasing. For example, if they are unsure of the concept of Hajj, for example, the difference between Haji and Hajj, or the concept of Shahada, declaration of faith. So AI will provide them with suggestions, but they have to refine it. And now M. M is meaning centered learning. They are not just generating the text, but they are understanding the meaning behind what they write. So AI helps them explore contextual usage of Islamic terms in academic English. And A stands for analytic feedback. Instead of simply submitting a draft, for example, if they are to write an essay, the student use AI to identify grammatical errors, for example, or tone improvement, because some words are not suitable to be used in the context, for example, under the topic, for example, abusive language, or it's considered offensive. So AI will provide them with suggestions too. And then R. R is reflective practice, where students are required to reflect or to ruminate on what they accepted from AI and what they have modified. So this prevents them from just blindly accepting and promotes critical thinking at the same time. And lastly, T, transformative output. So the final product after they have taken it from here and there is to reflect their own voice so that it remains their originality and it has to be an improved version, well structured and purposeful. However, ethical governance remains central. AI usage declaration policy. This is pivotal for teachers to be clear with the regulation, for example, mentioning it in the teaching plan, what's prohibited and what's permissible. And no AI for final submission without attribution, and AI used for drafting and feedback only. So it remains their originality instead of taking it blindly or plagiarize it globally. And the last one, lecturer validation is mandatory for religious content. It is very crucial to authenticate, for example, the narration or the translation of the hadith or from the verse in Al Quran. So they can go for consultation to recheck with their experts, their lecturers, prior to submitting their work. Finally, this is the target we're looking for, the measurable impact or the KPIs, vast improvement in academic writing band scores, especially in their supporting details. The creativity is traceable with the assistance of AI and also increased confidence in presenting Islamic topics in English. It's very true. It's very glaring because in this course, they are required to act out in a video. They have to become actors, actresses, and when they've got good script with the assistance of AI, their confidence level is elevated and they acted well in the video. And I can prove you that the videos are entertaining and worth watching. Before I end my presentation, I leave you with this tagline. I just love it. AI assists, the lecturer validates, the student evaluates. Thank you.